Hello everybody and welcome back to Ethiopia, where we have expanded yet again, and we're thinking about doing it again here in 4 years. We're going to go after a Dhulia. Absolutely for sure. This is uninhabitable up here, so we're not going to be able to colonize up here and get a border with Egypt, which is honestly kind of a good thing. We're a regional power, but Egypt I believe is a major power? Let's see, where do we see that? It's over here somewhere. Regardless, Egypt is definitely more powerful than us. So, it's probably a good thing that we're not going to have a direct border with them. We do want to continue to push down this way. In fact, perhaps Mundia, they're a trading partner, right? Would they be interested in becoming a client? Absolutely not. Okay. Fair enough. What about Axum? 152 reasons. Okay. So we have to overcome that base of 130. I'm going to go ahead and improve opinion with them. We've got plenty of political influence. I'm not concerned about that, so that'll be a thing. Oh, wow. Kataba actually just took over most of Hadramut. Okay. Good for them. Good for them. We need to be in a position, though, where we can fight this coalition. So that's going to need to be a thing. And this army isn't really enough to cut it right now. Well, when's our truce up with them, actually? Let's check here. Our truce is 489. That's interesting. This army might be enough to cut it. Now, did Boris take over a iron position? No, they did not. Okay. We do need to rush for this province right here as soon as we can. Kush is kind of a little frightening, but a lot of that is actually not very... 35 cohorts. Okay, yeah, that's a little frightening. I was going to say a lot of this is actually wasteland, but apparently they are stronger than us, to be sure. But that's okay. We'll get there. So this is 15,000 troops. We are currently missing 4388. 483 would reach the armies this month, but we're only gaining 96 a month right now. And we're going to need to fight a Dhulia pretty soon. Like, basically as quickly as we can. Like, we should probably start fabricating a claim on them if we can. And we indeed can. Let's fabricate that claim. And that should be done, I think, in time for us to actually attack them when our truce falls off. In the meantime, once this army is done filling, I think we're going to start... In fact, you guys should probably be drilling. At this point, I think we're fine to go back to center on everything. There we go. Kataba wants to import wood. That would give them ship recruitment speed. We control both sides of this strait, however. So I think that's okay. And it'll earn us money. And you guys can go ahead and drill. Excellent. And we mostly have a want for manpower right now. Let's go ahead and construct ourselves a training camp down here in Punt. So that would give us 5 additional manpower per month. Yeah, that's a good call. In fact, that's a huge deal. We should also consider building a mine over here. And I think we will indeed do that. Let's see, that's going to change us to a decent pop cap. Pillaged? Hang on. Zosimus Senuid, what are you doing? So he would lose 20 loyalty. I'm assuming these guys are all personally loyal to him at this point. Most of them are. Okay. So he would lose 20 loyalty. His loyalty is currently decreasing because he's a pretender and a power base. He's 50. We would lose 1,500 manpower, but we don't have manpower, so that wouldn't really hurt us. I'm gonna decimate. It's gotta happen. And we can also pay off some of his veterans. Up to 4 cohorts loyal to him will lose personal loyalty. How many are there personally loyal to him? Quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are personally loyal to him. Okay. I mean, he is starting to become a problem. And he's gonna start a civil war. Which is exciting. So, first things first. I am going to go ahead and stop these guys from drilling. Oh, he's moving them. Okay. This guy. As soon as he's no longer movement locked. There we go. Can we, no? We can't split the army? Until he's done moving? He's moving into Roja. He is guaranteed to be taking attrition down there. This guy's a jerk. Okay. I'm gonna reward veterans. And then we're going to take out as many of his troops as we can. As soon as he gets down here, anyway. And we're going to reward veterans a second time once he gets here. Man, is he slow. Passing through these mountains. Come on. When are you going to get there? 24 August. Now, okay. And then it's going to take him to 5 November to get to Roja. Fair enough. Oh. He has decided to go to Carmel instead. I mean, that's slightly better, attrition-wise. But I'm going to strip out a bunch of his troops, like, seriously. As soon as I can. 3 November. Oh. Okay. We are recovering from leprosy. Didn't know that was a thing. We can afford a new invention, but we absolutely will not. And we're going to split this army up and use it to begin our second army. We absolutely need a second army. He will arrive on 13 December. So I need to pause the game on that date and make the changes necessary here. Because this guy is a big problem now. 13 December. Okay, this is 12 December. Okay. He's too disloyal to allow the unit to be reorganized. Of course he is. We can consolidate his cohorts down, though. So, like, these 2 cohorts would go away. The other thing we could potentially do is bribe him. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to bribe this guy. He is now loyal to us. Which means that I can also pay off his veterans. Or I can't do that again? Okay. I can't do it again, but I can split off every unit that is not personally loyal to him. Like that. Send the second army over to here. Specifically, I think, I'm just looking at supply limits here. 17? Okay. And then you can take your crappy little troops up over here. There you go. Have fun. I'm not giving you any more troops until you are no longer such a jerk. Okay, we got that taken care of. We managed to pay him off. And yeah, we lack a commander over here. Let's have 57 loyalty. Let's have this guy be our leader over here. And is your loyalty increasing or decreasing? Neither. Okay. Sounds good. So, for right now... Hang on a moment. Pemi Petubast, 18% loyalty. Are there 2 Pemi Petubasts? This guy's a general, but this next guy over here, this guy's a researcher. Okay. Sounds good. Of course, this sort of personal loyalty thing is going to continue to be a thing in Imperator, but as we continue to grow and expand and have more units, each individual commander is going to be less important. So that's going to be a thing. Actually, hang on. You come over here. You come over here. Because there are more cohorts here than there are here. Okay, we have inflammation again. Fantastic. A lot of people are supporting Pemi Petubast. Okay, we'll ask as many people as we can to support our heir. Let's see. Okay, that appears to be it. So now just our marshal and researcher. Fair enough. I mean, we could bribe this guy. And demand support for heir. And this guy, we actually can't bribe because he's honest. Fair enough. Okay, so we're not reinforcing this army until such a time as this guy is no longer the leader, because everybody here is personally loyal to him. So we can drill them safely, but otherwise we're not going to give him additional troops unless he raises the troops himself, which he can do, by the way. He can pay to raise his own troops, which will be exciting, I'm sure. But we also need ourselves 2,715 men to replenish the armies, and we're gaining 99 a month, so only 27 more months, 28 more months, something like that. In the meantime, we can continue constructing settlement buildings. And we can go for a slave estate, which would give food modifier. But I'm going to go for tribal settlements, for tribesmen, to get us manpower. There we go. Additional manpower will be very, very helpful. Our truce with these guys over here will be up very soon. Luckily, Zosimus Senuid throwing a fit isn't going to affect our plans, I think. I mean, it does mean that we're going to have 6,000 troops over here, rather than here ready to fight, but Axum should be able to handle them no problem, for sure. And realistically, I think we'll be able to handle them without Axum. We're not going to call in Axum at first, I think. And we'll only call in Axum later if needed. But we are trying to aggressively expand, so that's a thing. I'd like it if we could colonize here, but the dominant culture is not Axumite yet in this particular province, which is interesting because Microbian is a member of the Axumite group, but it's not technically Axumite. $2,219 more men. And we can call down an omen. Renovations, huh? Okay. We would gain 10 popularity. This would cost us 70. Or it has no effect. We're gonna go with no effect. I would normally pay the money, but we just don't have the money right now. The question is, do we go for manpower recovery speed? Or do we go for Blessing of Oratalt? Now, the 23.82% is additive, not multiplicative. So it's not going to be like 20 manpower per month. If it was, I would definitely be on Al Uza. But we're gaining enough money, I think I'll do it anyway. So we'll see when the month tick happens. Yeah, you can see that it didn't go up by 23%. It went up by less than that because it's additive rather than multiplicative. Anyway, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the forms of likes and comments and subscribes and bell ringings. And I will see you all next time when we attack Dhulia.